Hey everybody, Mike Tenney here at the Tenney School, and we are here for Tenney Vlog number 5. We're already on the 5th one. Thank you for joining us and watching today. We're picking up these vlog topics to hit on things that parents and educators would find useful in helping their child achieve their greatest academic potential. And joining me today for this vlog is our very own principal, Catherine De La Rosa. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
And today we're going to talk about, can homework be good? And this is really the second part of a two-part series that we did. A couple weeks ago we did a vlog on why homework is bad. And today we're going to kind of hit on the opposite side. And let's just back up a little bit and give some people some info on this. So we did professional development at the beginning of the year, and we actually did it on homework.
Exactly.
And so this has kind of been a hot topic around the school this year, and is really always a hot topic with both us, our students, as well as people that we talk to that may be at other schools. So you did something a little bit different with the professional development. Why don't you describe that for us?
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I think homework is a very hot topic, and I wanted to ensure that as a staff here at the Tenney School, that it was something that we looked at the research, and that we were ensuring that we were doing and using best practices when it comes to homework. So what I actually did was I had the teachers do a debate. And so they were given a number, so they were either on team 1 or team 2, and they were to debate the pros of homework and the cons of homework. I gave them time to do a little research. I gave them some articles, and then they came back just like a debate class, and they had to come present their case. And then we did a vote once both sides were heard, and we actually voted as a faculty here at the Tenney School that homework is good.
Okay, so were any teachers upset to be on a particular team?
No, they weren't, and I think, well, if they were, they didn't voice it.
Okay.
But I think that they really found it interesting looking at both sides of the coin, because I think as educators and as teachers, we automatically think that homework is good, and being able to see the research and see the other points of view was really eye-opening. So I think that it helped introduce this second part of the professional development that we did.
Okay, and I think it's important to point out that in our debate, we did believe that homework was a good thing for students. However, we saw a lot of examples of where homework was not properly used by teachers.
And that was the second part of the professional development. So what we looked at and what we discussed was, okay, so homework is good, but why? And so we talked, of course, about the 10-minute rule and not overwhelming students with homework. But what is relevant homework?
So what's the 10-minute rule?
So per grade level, so for first grader, they should have 10 minutes of homework and reading, 10 minutes in math, and then as you move up, so for example, a third grader would have 30 minutes, and so on and so on. And so we discussed that, and we had time as teams to talk about, you know, how much homework are you giving, or how many minutes are you giving, and then kind of talked about it not only with our team but also department-wise, because science department doesn't know what math department is giving. So it opened up a really good discussion on what we're doing as teachers, and you know, and the realization, wow, I didn't realize you were given that amount of homework, or you weren't given that amount of homework, and just opening up those lines of dialogue and becoming more knowledgeable of what we're doing as a school within our department and school-wide.
Sure. Yeah, I think you know, teachers can really get blinders on because they're operating in their own classroom with their own students, and they're making their own decisions, and so some providing that way that they can crosstalk about things, including homework, is a real important thing. And it was a great professional development at the beginning of the year when you did that. Okay, so let's dive into the topic of why, or can homework be good? And I think today, obviously, we're taking the point of that it can be a good thing. So why don't you give me some of the nuggets of wisdom on why it can be a good thing?
And again, going back to the professional development, homework has to be relevant. It has to be what students have practiced before in class, and really looking at making the connection for students. And so If homework is relevant, if it's been practiced before, then yes, it is good. One of the reasons that research pointed out is that it reinforces what students have learned, and that was one of the things that shows, that homework is good. So, say for an example, I'll use kindergarten. Okay. Say in kindergarten, the students are learning their alphabet. So if the teacher gives them, they're learning the letter A. Teacher gives them a sheet with the letter A on there. The student goes home, they trace the letter A, reinforces what they're learning in class, and just helping them with the processing of it, especially when it comes to math. We talked about that a lot during our professional development, just all the different steps in math, and just practicing the processes to solve problems. That's how homework can benefit what the teaching that was done in the classroom.
I know one of the things that I've read about just how your brain works and how learning works is, in order for you to learn a concept, you're actually creating grooves in your brain.
Exactly.
Connecting synapses, and it takes work to do that. And one exposure to a topic is not likely to create that groove.
Exactly.
Even 2 exposures isn't maybe enough. So the practice of doing homework is actually helping to create those grooves and those brain connections. If you're not doing homework, you're not likely to retain material. That long-term pathway is not likely to be there.
Exactly. So. And that jumps into my second point. Okay. A study done by Cooper in 2007 just talked about helping to reinforce that muscle memory, and what you say is exactly true. Their research also pointed out that homework is especially beneficial to high school students. It was a pretty big study, and it looked at the amount of homework from different schools and how it affected the high school students' testing scores. The research didn't show much gains in middle school, although some, and really none in elementary. But again, with that retention of the information, with that practicing, making those synapses, it really did. It was most beneficial with high school students in their testing scores.
So I think, it's been a while since I read the report, but it was something along the lines of 10 percentile,
exactly,
11 percentile,
yes.
Somewhere in there. So. Just in terms of standardized testing showed that students who were assigned homework in high school
yes.
were on average 10 or 11 percentile points higher than their peers that had not been assigned homework.
Yes, exactly.
So that's pretty conclusive that homework is a helpful thing,
yes.
especially to high school students.
Okay.
Any other points on why homework is good?
Another point, and I think that in today's reality, parents work. We're extremely busy people, and so a lot of times homework is a way to build that school-parent connection. Parents who may not have the opportunity to come up and visit school, may not be able to come up to open house. This will, or to contact the teacher for whatever reason. This gives them the opportunity to see what their kids are learning at school, see what their kids are working on, and I think, helps the parent feel like they're supporting their child in learning. So that, that was another reason why homework is beneficial.
Okay. All right. Well, so as you probably figured out, we've done this 2-part series. We talked about why it's bad, why it's good. We have come down on the side of saying homework's a good thing for our students. The way our school operates, it's especially good because our instructional time is very compact and it's one-on-one, and we think that for us, homework is essential to helping our students learn. Exactly. But we want to work carefully on assigning the right kind of homework that's geared towards the student and is not just rote or just same assignment given every time.
Exactly.
Tuned to the student, what's best for their needs and what will help them learn best. So we've got a couple exciting vlogs planned out ahead of us already. Next week, tune in. We're going to talk about some of the secrets of college admissions. We're getting into the secret sauce. We've got actually a guest coming to help us with that vlog, so make sure to tune in for that. And otherwise, if you have any questions about the Tenney School, how we use our homework here, or how homework is going for you at your school, please feel free to leave a comment or give us a call. You can always visit us on the web at www.tenneyschool.com. And otherwise, we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.